Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the principal points for the preparation of cardiovascular system. So these points play a vital role in the cardiovascular system. First of all, let's talk about heart rate. Normal sinus, it is 60 to 100 beats per minute, and whereas coming to sinus tachycardia, it is more than 100 beats per minute, and sinus bradycardia, it is less than 60 beats per minute. So when we consider this wave, so this is P, Q, R, S and T. Okay, so this is all comes under an ECG, mechanical waves, so you remember, right? 60 to 100 is the normal sinus, and if it is more than 100 it is sinus tachycardia, and if it is less than 60 it is bradycardia. And coming to vascular system, arteries are the vessels which carry the oxygenated blood to the tissues, and veins which carry the deoxygenated blood back to the heart. That means from the body to the heart. And so if we consider this as a circulatory system, from the heart the blood is carried to the body parts through the artery, and from the capillaries it is carried back to the heart again through the veins. So here these are the arteries which are carrying the blood from the heart, and these are the veins which are collecting the blood to the heart again, and the connection between those two arteries and veins are called capillaries. Okay, so the middle portion, this middle part, it is called as capillaries, and here it is the connection between the arteries and veins, where the blood from arteries, after moving the whole body, it is shifted into the veins through the capillaries. Okay, so when we take this picture, so if we take the heart, these both are lungs here, and this is the arteries where the blood carry from the heart, and these are the veins from which the blood is collected, and this is the aorta, the major artery, which is the major artery which provides blood supply to the body, and this is vena cava, inferior vena cava, which is located underside, like downside of the heart. And here comes the cardiac markers. We have mainly three cardiac markers. One is troponin, CKMB and myoglobin. So first one, when we talk about troponin, it is most sensitive to the cardiac damage. That means when any kind of heart damage happens, so this troponin 1 and 2 are the markers which we can find in the blood, and only after 12 hours we can find out the troponin in the blood levels. And next comes is the CKMB. Okay, CKMB, it is a sensitive when skeletal damage is present. Okay, when there is any skeletal damage, so then only we can find the CKMB, and it is found only after 10 to 12 hours after the heart damage. And next thing is myoglobin MB. It is low specificity to infarction, and it is very fastest marker which we can find very soon after the heart infarction or any kind of heart abnormal function. So immediately after the 2 hours of the thing, we can find out this myoglobin in the blood levels. So next is the cardiac labs. So here potassium plays a very important role in finding out the heart function. So normal range of potassium is 3.5 to 5 mg per TL. So when hypokalemia, it is nothing but decreased potassium levels, and the symptoms which we can find in hypokalemia are ventricular dysrhythmias and increased digoxin toxicity, and presence of U wave. So you can see this, right? So the U wave is present over here. Normally we don't find. In case of hypokalemia we can find the U wave. And also ST depression is present. So normally ST depression will not be present in normal ECG wave. So in case of hypokalemia only we can find this ST wave depression. Okay. And next coming is hyperkalemia. So hyperkalemia is nothing but increased potassium level more than 5 mg per dl. So here the findings which we can rule out are peaked T waves. So here T waves are peaked. Okay, and so you can see here PQRST, and T wave is slightly above than the normal range. So in this condition, in hyperkalemia condition, we can find the peaked T waves. Next coming is wide QRS. So this QRS complex, this QRS complex is also widened. And next finding out is it is ventricular dysrhythmia. So these are the major findings in case of hyperkalemia. And also increased hematocrit, it is usually 38 to 50 m or 35 to 45 f. Okay, and we can find this by ruling out the dehydration. And so hematocrit and hemoglobin levels also will be decreased. So normal hemoglobin, it is 12 to 17 grams, and in this case of any cardiac conditions we can find the hemoglobin will be decreased. And and also we can find anemia. And if we talk about lipids, total cholesterol will be less than 20 mg per dl, and LDL is decreased, HDL is also in the normal levels. So thanks for watching, friends, and I'll continue this video in this topic in the next video. Please stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe my channel for more updates. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.